I am a student at the Monroe Institute in Virginia, where we study human consciousness, dimensional reality, focus levels, levels of awareness. I want to help you understand this so that you can attract or grow into your dream life of what you want. This is the clearest, cleanest path there, the only path there. You have to understand that most humans currently exist in two-dimensional reality. Dimensional reality, it's like layers. You have the 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, etc. So I'm going to walk you through the most basic up to the cutting edge of what we understand now. Most humans exist in the 2D. That's where you will find the most NPC of humans. The manipulators, narcissists, people who negatively use others for their own gain. People who exist in the 2D, they view others as tools to be used, not people to connect with and build genuine connection. The 2D is a very primal state, a very survival instinct state. Once you evolve and you grow, you step into the 3D. And in the 3D, this is where people begin to associate with their accomplishments, where they begin to identify themselves as their work, their hustle, their grind. They believe that they need to build things and grow in order to be worthy. And this is especially true with men and Western women, where we feel that we are only valuable if we have value to the world. Our value is what we can physically, tangibly create. That's where this belief resides. And keep in mind, a belief is nothing more than a thought that you tell yourself repeatedly. And you can change your beliefs at any point, at any time. So as you begin to evolve from the 3D, you step into the 4th dimension. And the 4th dimension is where the healing begins, where you look around and you become aware of your emotions. You start to regulate and monitor your emotions, where the shadow work happens. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. So if you're stuck in the 4th dimension trying to heal, the universe is going to agree with you. It's going to say, this person loves healing, so let's give them more trauma and more hard things to heal from. This person loves grinding to make money, so let's give him less money so he has to grind more. He loves it. Now, the interesting shift happens when you jump from the 4th dimension into the 5th dimension, because this is when you realize that there is no past and there is no future. The only thing that exists is the present, and you're experiencing the present like a movie where the film's going really fast, frame by frame by frame, and it's giving the illusion of time passing, when in reality, any and every version of you is out there in the quantum, and you don't have to heal. There's a version of me that's already healed. And this is how quantum leaps are made. When you realize that the universe will always agree with you because you're the one creating it. For people who are existing in lower dimensions, that sounds like delusion, because you're not understanding that any and every version of you already exists. This is what Nikola Tesla was speaking about. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you have to think in terms of vibration and frequency. This is what he was referring to. Being at the frequency of yourself. There's a version of yourself that's already solved the problem. There's a version of yourself that's already healed. You need to tap into that version of yourself. And as you hold that frequency, you get closer and closer to it frame by frame. There's a version of you that's a billionaire, and you could switch to that version of you. There's a version of you that's smart and intellectual, and you can switch to that version of you at any given point. The reason why people don't make quantum leaps is because they're programmed to believe a certain set of beliefs that are limiting. And also in the 5D, you become aware that you as consciousness, you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not even your thoughts. You are the observer of the body, the mind, and the thoughts. And just because you have a negative thought doesn't make you a negative person. You can observe that thought and you can let it go. You can continue as the observer. You are not a victim of your reality. You are literally the creator of your reality. And every problem, every situation, everything that you're experiencing right now in your life is an experience that you, as a form of consciousness, has created. There is no time. There is no space. You're in the quantum field. Joe Dispenza talks about this. The mind cannot tell the difference between what you're experiencing and what you imagine. You can sit there and daydream, and imagine and be in the frequency of a situation, and your brain can't tell the difference between that imagined reality and your physical reality. So when you hold that in your mind, you are moving towards that version of you. You can shift timelines from being the version of you that is healing to now I am healed. And you hold that with you. And here's the hard part where a lot of people fall off. All the things that they've attracted when they were lower versions of themselves, operating out of those lower dimensions, those things will follow you for a while. Don't worry, they'll drop off. And it might take a while. It might take a year. It might take 2 years. But those things will drop away. You have to keep tuned into that version of you that is already healed, that's already made it through the problem. You already have everything that you want and need in this reality. But you have to stay tuned into that version of you, because it's frame by frame by frame by frame. And if you can't do that, you need to change your beliefs, because everyone can do it. You can do it. But if you find it hard, it's because you believe it's hard. If you find it impossible, it's because you believe that it is impossible. That's fifth dimensional reality. Understand that there is no time, there is no space, there is no healing, there is no building or growing. You are one with everyone else, your consciousness experiencing itself. If you can take away this level of understanding, you can make a quantum leap and watch your dream life unfold before your eyes. Hopefully this helps.